Okay. True. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, I think it's important because, when you and I have spoke about insurance for how many years? Like, be honest.
Probably at least 2 to 3.
Like, probably more. You're giving me a lot of
Maybe
names
4.
there. But we always talk about the right time, right? It's not everybody's time, if you will. And you're an example of a person who you took the proper time that you needed to be able to say, hey, I want to come in, I want to start my own business, and I want to do it the right way, right? So I respected the heck out of you for that. However, you started off part-time, so talk to us a little bit what that looked like in terms of your schedule.
So my schedule, I knew it was definitely important to have structure, right? So I went to my employer and was like, listen, this is my goals. I want to have my own business, so I need this time, right? So we talked about what days and expectations. So whether it would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I figured for me, the weekend would be better to pull this up part-time. So I was plugging into the office every Thursday, dialing for Friday, Saturday, booking my appointments.
And through that time, because you were working, tell us a little bit what else you were doing for work.
I was a medical assistant, so I was working in the hospitals Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And you like helping people?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you came in, did you see instantaneous success and you were like, oh my God, or was it a little bit hard and you saw the work you had to put in?
I saw the work I needed to put in. It was definitely a learning curve, but
you were willing.
I was definitely willing to push through that, just picking up the phones. That was honestly, I felt super nervous picking up the phones. I didn't know what to say. I thought it was bad. I would get hung up on. I got a lot of objections. I death paused a lot, but just kind of keep every week show up, do the work, and then you're gonna get better because I was never as bad as the past dial day.
Exactly, and I love that. And one thing we always talked about was working on that one objection, right? If somebody told you I didn't fill that out. How do you overcome that? And then that week going through that, and then it's you're getting better and better and better, right? Until you're basically not invincible, but you got something to say, right? You're not death pausing.
Right.
So in that experience from being part-time, you talk to us a little bit what that looked like in terms of your income, in terms of fluctuation. Why did you decide to go full-time?
Right. It just made sense. It didn't make financial sense. So it made sense for me to go full-time with the insurance business, for sure.
And would you say you were making 1 time, 2 times, 3 times the income? What did that look like for you particularly?
I over 10 times my income.
Which is absolutely amazing. In a month of just change.
Yeah.
How much were you writing part-time, just working the weekends?
Part-time, when I first started, I was doing, I believe it was 5 to 6, and then after 3 months, I was consistently doing 10 to 15.
1,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice job. Thank you.
Transition into full-time, right? You know that I'm not big on pushing somebody out of their job, no matter and me and you are very close, right? That's fair to say. So I'm not going to tell Gianna hey, you should leave your job. And I told her that from the jump. I'm never going to tell anybody that, by the way. But you came to me and you're hey, I really want to leave my job. And I told, what did I tell you? I was do you really want?
Are you sure? I don't want to push you to do that. If you don't want to, you're
right.
ready.
I literally was I basically made you not leave your job for an extra 2 weeks. So I'm sorry for that, right? However, when you did make that jump, what were the biggest things that made you make the jump, and what made you feel confident enough to make the jump?
Just giving myself enough time to learn the phones, learn the in-home, and feel confident putting more money in leads, just having that consistent workflow, you know what I mean? And to fall back on you guys to just to coach me through everything, especially learning on kind of going on the phone scripts, right? Because the phone's the business. You need to be on the phones. You need to, and have a set schedule on your phone. I was just dialing. I'd be in the office from 8 to 8. That was it. Just dialing. That's all I was doing. And then you would be okay, well, what objections are you getting most of the time? And I'd be all right, well, I'm getting this one, this one, and this one. And you're all right, well, work on those, right? And then I'd work on those in the following week. It's just kind of work on that same one over and around. You helped me too, definitely. And just kind of being just rolling it in.
And seeing what worked for you, what didn't, right? Because some things that I say might not work for you, and vice versa, right? And we kind of learn that as we go through, but it's trial and error. And then going full time, how is that? How does that look for you? For your life, for yourself, for your well-being? Like, is it better? Is it worse? Like,
Oh no, it's better. It's better.
so talk to us a little bit some of the, like, the accomplishments you've had, like literally, because you've been here like right about a year, but not even full time for a year. Full
Right.
time for like 4 or 5 months.
Right. So I went full time 2023. So that was just my goal to make like 2023 my first full time year with FFL. Since then, I have got my own apartment, got a new car. So like these like new like things that I'm just able to like support myself the way that I wanted to, like be like that independent person.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's amazing. Awesome, dude. And anything that you would leave with everybody that you'd say like, hey, this is one thing I really had to realize before I was able to like just keep pushing through, or anything?
Yeah, just like check myself and like my mindset. Definitely, because there's been times where like I didn't have confidence in myself, but like the client doesn't know what it's supposed to look like, right? So it's like you can go in there and you can like mess up on the in-home, but they don't know you messed up on the in-home. In your head, you're gonna be like, well, I just screwed that up, but you wrote the policy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, just keep going with it, and then you're gonna get that like groove for yourself.
Absolutely. Love it. Thank you.
you.